Museums, zoos, aquariums, and other sites of conservation play a critical role in the United States, from raising public awareness about cultural and environmental issues to groundbreaking research about the world we live in. In Seattle, Washington, environmental issues are a prevalent cultural topic. Many people, from passionate students to top-of-the-line researchers, feel strongly about the importance of conservation and sustainable practices. In the greater Seattle area, organizations like the Seattle Aquarium, Pacific Science Center, and Woodland Park Zoo have been working to fund environmental studies, improve care for local and foreign wildlife, and improve public knowledge and awareness of ongoing environmental problems. The first zoo in Seattle was a small collection of exotic animals owned by the Lake Washington Cable Railway. These animals were then given to the city of Seattle after the purchase of Woodland Park. After major renovations were made to the properties, Woodland Park Zoo was born, designed by the same architects who created Central Park in New York City. Since being founded in 1899, the zoo has taken on numerous expansion projects over the decades, creating space for various habitats. In 1949, the zoo established the first bear and feline grottos in the park. The director, Ed Johnson, also suggested a children's zoo, but his idea would not come to fruition for another 20 years. By the 1980s, the zoo had expanded to include exhibits such as the African savanna, primate islands, and gorilla exhibit. Today, Woodland Park Zoo serves over 1 million guests annually, with 1.3 million visitors in 2023. The park is especially committed to accessibility, public outreach, and wildlife conservation, with over 35 conservation projects currently ongoing. However, Woodland Park Zoo was not always an outstanding example of accessibility and conservation. It took over a century for the zoo to be recognized as humane certified in America. American Humane is the world's largest certifier of the welfare of working animals and animals in entertainment. The standards they have developed allow researchers to verify whether animals in captivity are receiving proper care and assure the public that humane certified organizations are worth supporting. Organizations that have been denied certification by American Humane often mistreat animals or put them under stressful conditions for the sake of human entertainment.
Wildlife tourism is a massive industry, accounting for 10 to 20% of the global tourism industry. People go on vacation and pay money to either view or interact with animals. The issue with wildlife tourism is most people have absolutely no idea of what goes on behind the scenes.
Unfortunately, not all zoos in the U.S. have the budget or desire to improve their facilities. Many small zoos and animal shows can be pegged as roadside attractions, leading to poor funding, dilapidated enclosures, and underserved animals. Three Bears General Store in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, has had a history of animal welfare violations related to poor veterinary care, dirty water, and unsuitable habitats. Similarly, the Suncoast Primate Sanctuary in Florida has been known to isolate their animals in small, boxy enclosures surrounded by chain-link fences. Despite having to close in 1999, little improvements were made by the time they reopened a decade later. Situations like these are the main reason why zoos, aquariums, and conservation sanctuaries have faced backlash from animal rights activists. Although not officially recognized as a heritage site, Woodland Park Zoo continues to model what it means to be a steward of biodiversity, accessible public recreation, and educational prowess. A notable feature of their conservation program includes a network of local and global communities who work together to rehabilitate and recover individuals and species, fight against poaching and the exotic animal trade, and restore community and natural habitats worldwide. On my most recent trip to the zoo, I observed the exceptional care the animals received by zookeepers, the numerous programs and learning opportunities ongoing throughout the day, and the careful maintenance of park grounds, particularly in keeping the areas ADA accessible.
The paths here are really nice. The inclines aren't terrible. We give this park 5 out of 5 stars for ADA accessibility.
Bathrooms are all ADA accessible.
There's benches along the way. It's nice.
With great power comes great responsibility. As Woodland Park Zoo leads zoos and conservation organizations into the future, efforts must be made to impact a broader range of animal care facilities. As a large voice for the health and well-being of animals, especially in the Pacific Northwest, Woodland Park Zoo has some leverage in advocating for improved animal rights legislation in the United States. Additionally, Woodland Park Zoo is helping to set the standard of what it means to be a public space for everyone. By offering discounted days, free events, education for all ages, and volunteer work and job opportunities for young professionals, the zoo helps to lead the next generation of scientists into the future. By supporting the park's mission through financial contributions, zoo memberships, and word of mouth, we as individuals can help to create the biodiverse future we want to see.